Yo, what's up YouTube? Hope you stayed warm if you're in the US eastern half, especially during this cold storm and snow. I still haven't got the new Megadeth album. I was going to go out, but didn't really go out much, so I'll review that later on. So since they have a new album, final album, I was going to do comeback albums. I'm going to break this down into two parts. I have a shitload of CDs. I didn't grab all of them, so I just grabbed some. There's like 15 of them here of comeback records. And then I'll do my vinyl, which is a lot. There's not as many comeback records on vinyl that I have. Maybe I'll put them with cassettes if I have to look through them all. So let's get it started. No particular order, just running through what I grabbed. There's a lot more, I'm sure. So starting it off, going to do Angel of Retribution. This is the comeback with Rob Halford. I think it's from 2010. Or no, 2005 it says. Shit. Thought it was later, but whatever. Judas is Rising. Deal with the Devil. Worth Fighting For. Their longest song. Loch-Ness. So, yeah, I could have swore it was later on. It's a decent record. I think when I did my Judas Priest ranking, one of my first videos, I had it middle, like 10th or 11th. That's about where it goes. Nice comeback. This one is lower on the list of their albums, but is playing in the background. That's Danger Danger Revolve, after they did a few albums, 4 albums with Paul Lane. Danger Danger came back with Ted Poley. But not Andy Timmons or Casey Smith. I think Casey Smith left after the second album, maybe third album, and then he was replaced with what's his face? Shit, I can't remember his name now. Rob Marcello. So Key Marcello's brother from Europe. This album is not bad. This is what I'm talking about. Ghosts of Love playing in the background. Hearts on the Highway, my favorite song off the album. I think it was released as a single, if I remember right. This is from the late 2000s. Fuck You Money, which I think all of us living in the US could attest to if we're not wealthy. It's a good album, but I just prefer their older ones. This one's not much of a comeback album. It's more of a liar of a marketing scheme. But I put it in the list. This is the holographic Kiss Psycho Circus. They promised all original band members, a tour and everything. But I know they did a tour, but I don't know. My brother went, but I'm not sure. People in the comments, you could tell me if all original band members toured. I don't think they did. They might have for a short time. But the album, they only features the originals on like 1 or 2 songs. So it was a bit of a lie. But I'm putting it here anyway. I like this album more than most people. I like the title track. Within is a cool Gene Simmons song. Has a good bass groove. Raise Your Glasses, kind of cheesy. Dreamin', I think, is the one they ripped off Alice Cooper, and they even got sued for it. Sounds like I'm 18. Yeah, it's cheesy. It's Kiss. What do you expect? But I kind of like it for what it is. This one I don't know a lot about because I only listened to it a few times, and it just came out of left field. Rough Cut third album, Rough Cut 3. Paul Shortino and the guitar player, guy from the Middle East, name, I can't think of his freaking name. He was in Orgy, Amir Derek, yeah, that's it. He went to Orgy afterwards. This album I only listened to a couple times. It's more modern sounding than the other 2 Rough Cut albums. It's not bad, but kind of forgettable, I guess. But then again, I haven't really given it much chance. It's alright. I wanted to get it just to have the third album. It came out, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, I think. This one is an interesting one. Candlemass, The Door to Doom, 2019, I think it came out. I saw these guys on this tour in Denmark at Nordic Noise. And let me tell you, the sound of Doom was intense. I could only do it about 20 minutes at a time because it was just too much, but it was amazing at the same time. After the first guy, what's his name? I'm not a huge Candlemass fan, but I like some of their stuff. Johan Landquist. He came back. He was on Epicus, Dumicus, Metallicus after Messiah. Marcolin was on many albums. Then they had Mats Levin, Swedish Erotica, and Treat, and a few others, I think. But this album has Tony Iommi on it under what song? Astrolus, The Great Octopus. That's a killer track. What else is on here? Black Trinity, House of Doom, Bridge to the Blind. It's really good. It's a solid comeback album. It's just, since I don't listen to Doom very much, and I like my melody with Doom, hence Black Sabbath, I'll put these guys on every once in a while, but I have to be in the mood for it. But that said, it's a great album, and if you can catch them on tour, do it. The sound alone is worth it. Next up, Metal Church 11, the comeback with Mike Howe, my favorite era of Metal Church, my favorite singer from Metal Church. And I love this album when it came out. Reset, Killing Your Time, No Tomorrow, which I made a video for. Signal Path, which is my favorite. Needle and Suture, another song that's cool, they made a video for. Soul Eating Machine, it's a good album. This is a 2-disc set. It has others like The Coward, Enemy Mind, demos from the first side. I loved Mike Howe. I met him. He was great. He was such a nice guy. Tragic that he took his own life, but like I said, Metal Church, Mike Howe era is my favorite. Next up's the new album. One I never thought it was going to ever happen. The new Alice Cooper, which I love a lot. The Revenge of Alice Cooper. And this album does sound very 70s, mixed with solo Alice of like the early 2000s. But mostly a 70s sounding album. Some of my favorites include Black Mamba, the first single, Kill the Flies, good sequel to Halo of Flies. Both could be off killer. Blood on the Sun, the 6-minute like progressive rock anthem, is really good. Money Screams definitely sounds like a theme to Billion Dollar Babies. Famous Face, which, let's face it, influencers all blow. We're fucking tired of them. And What a Sid, that's the one I used the Glenn Buxton from. The last half of this album is very bluesy. Definitely gets into their garage Detroit style days, early 70s Alice Cooper. So it has all sorts of eras, and I think it's a great album. Next up is the comeback from Harum Scarum after they released Hope. They said they were done. They waited about 6-7 years, I think, and then released this amazing record. It's one of my favorite Alice Cooper, Harum Scarum records. It's definitely my favorite modern Harum Scarum record after the comeback. Garden of Eden, Early Warning Signs, 2 kick-ass songs, The Midnight Hours, which is one of my favorite Harum Scarum songs. Top 10 maybe. Troubled Times is good. Stardust, great ballad. It brought back the melodic Harum Scarum from like the early albums and the Weight of the World, so it's right in that sweet spot, and it's a really good album. Check it out if you haven't. I still haven't gotten their new record, but I will. This is one of my favorite albums of the 21st century and a great comeback. Treat, Coup de Grace from the late 2000s, 2010. This is the one I was thinking of from 2010. I mean, shit. The War Ain't Over, Paper Tagger, which is great. Roar, I think, was a theme to some app, some video game or something I read. Life to Die For, a great ballad. Skies on Mongolia, another great melodic AOR song. I'm Not Running. We Own the Night, probably my favorite one from the album. Kind of harkens back to Get You on the Run type sound of, my favorite possibly Treat album. Probably is. Perfect. The one with the crown. Organized Crime. I want to say Perfect Crime. But this is a great record. Check it out if you haven't. Here's another one I never thought they would ever release. This came out 2013 it says, so I'm just going to say around 2012, 2010. Never thought they would make a new album. Still haven't made a new album. Don't think they'll make a new album, but they're touring all the time. Killer Dwarfs, Start at One. This is a really good album. It's one of my top 3 favorites. It definitely sounds very old school Killer Dwarfs, like, you know, Big Deal, Stand Tall era. Lonely Road, Solid Ground is my favorite, really good one. Sky is Falling, more of a modern progressive, but still has that classic sound. Start at One, a good title track. The Crowd, it's a good ender. It's sort of like a mid-paced, slower song. But yeah, this album, if you like, you know, Dirty Weapon, Stand Tall, Big Deal, this album is for you. Check it out if you haven't. It didn't get much push, but they had it at the concert. I saw them a few years ago. So if you see them live, make sure you pick up that copy. Here's one that sold pretty well that everybody knows, but I had to be included. I want the vinyl. Not sure I'll ever get it because it's really expensive. Infestation Rat. This was also from 2010, I believe. And it's basically the same band with Carlos Cavasso replacing Robin Crosby. And I think that was the only addition. But it's classic Rat. And I had it ranked low on my list just because I prefer the 80s Rat. But it's damn good. It's a damn good album. There's no modern sound. Maybe a little bit of... Best of Me is kind of more modern than the second single from the album, but the rest of the album sounds like it could have been made in the mid to late 80s, early 90s at latest. Eat Me Up Alive, it's a great killer track to open the album. Lost Weekend, As Good As It Gets, Garden of Eden, Little Too Much. Those all sound like, you know, classic Rat, Invasion, Dancing Undercover era, Reach for the Sky. So yeah, I wish they would get their shit together. You know, the whole thing with Bobby, and now Warren is back with Steven, so they're calling it Steven and Warren Rat, or whatever the hell they're called. Rat Experience, I think, something stupid. But I don't know. They're such a dysfunctional band. I don't think they'll get another album. And I know we'll never get another album from these guys. It was a comeback in the last album, and what a great comeback it was. Rock Your Face Off by Kix, finally released on vinyl, but I think it's Night of the Vinyl Dead, and I can never fucking get to copy those albums from that company. You go on their website, you can't even order anything, so I don't know where people get them. But Wheels of Motion, cool fast-paced opener, Can't Stop the Show, first single they released from it. That's what they played in concert before I even knew they had an album coming out. Rock Your Face Off, Dirty Girls, Me, Misadventure, Love You With Your Top Down, another cool single. Rock and Roll Showdown to end the album kind of reminds me of like Rock and Roll Overdose. Rock and Roll, you know, similar type vibe, quick, fast-paced song. And they also have a ballad, Inside Outside In. This, when I ranked my Kix albums, it was like one of my first videos I did 5.5 years ago now. Jesus Christ. It was third. It might drop a spot because... I don't know. It's just a great album. It's one of my favorites by Kix. Check it out if you haven't already. If you're watching this channel, I'm sure you have. I got 2 left. Already on almost 15-minute mark. This is one of my favorite albums by this band. It is a comeback after 20 years almost. That's Blood of the Nations, the first album with Mark Tornillo on vocals from Accept. And from this point, all the preceding albums were under this. This is top 4, top 5, Accept record for me. It's amazing comeback. It's not Udo, but it's great. I think, what's the one that came after this? Stalingrad, that was pretty good too. But this one, Blood of the Nations, is easily the best one. Beat the Bastards, great opener. Teutonic Terror, the video they made, great song. The Abyss, Locked and Loaded, Rolling Thunder, Pandemic, that one of the songs that I voted for COVID. It's a pandemic, it's a metal disease. I called it Plandemic, but yeah, to each their own. Bucket Full of Hate, great closer. This album, there's not one weak song on it. It's kick-ass, and then, you know, I can't blame them for making albums worse than this quality after this album came out, because you can't really top it with Mark. He's not Udo, but this is like a gold standard. It's like Balls to the Wall, Restless and Wild era, but with a different singer. So, not era, but, you know, quality. And the last one. This is one of my favorite bands. I still need to do a damn ranking. I just haven't done it. Favorite singer ever. Journey, Trial by Fire. Comeback with Steve Perry. Kind of a dud. it had a big hit. When You Love a Woman, then it just tanked. Steve hurt himself during the tour, or getting ready to tour, hiking or something, and Neil Schon, speaking of Rat, Neil Schon is the king of, I don't know, dysfunctional band. I mean, he seems to be at odds with everybody. He's a great guitar player, but you know, this band is like Rat, it's like Dawkins, Van Halen, you know, maybe even worse than all those when it comes to like getting along. But Message of Love is a great opener. When You Love a Woman, Forever in Blue, Still She Cries, When I Think of You. These are all ballad type songs, Easy to Fall, possibly my favorite from the record. It's Just a Rain, another beautiful song by Steve Perry. This sounds more like a Steve Perry solo album because most of it's more lighter ballad edge light rock type songs, but it showcases Steve's vocal range, and I think it's underrated. It's a bit long, but it's not among their best, but I don't think it gets the hate it deserves, or I don't think it deserves the hate it gets. Can't fucking speak. So those are the albums I picked out for my CDs. Maybe I'll do another one with CDs if I find. I have so many CDs, but I figured that's enough. It's over 16 minutes long. What do you think of my picks? What do you think of these albums? Do you like these albums? I'll do a second part with my vinyl records. There's not nearly as many right now. I'll have to go through the rest and see if I can find more. So when I go out, I'll get a new Megadeth and I'll do a review of it. I don't love it like a lot of people do. I don't hate it, but I'm going to have to listen to it a couple more times once I get it to fully do a review of it. So as always, YouTube, I'll put a video here at the bottom. Keep on rocking, stay warm, peace.